Hi, ladies. It's Beth coming to you live. Beth from Be Styled. Thank you for joining me. How is everyone? I'll tell you, there's nothing more motivating to get me to get dressed and put makeup and brush my hair than going on live. So that that was motivating. Anyway, how are you doing today? Thank you for joining. Today I am live on my Be Styled page. So if you are new, my name is Beth Roy, and I am the founder and developer owner of Be Styled Personal Styling. I help real women with real bodies and real budgets just get dressed. So welcome and thank you for joining me. And today I am talking about 10 ways that you can stop wasting money on clothes. 'Tis the season. Sales are everywhere. We're home. Most of us are home in front of our computers, on our phones, and it's really easy to shop and buy a lot. You have people like me, other people, telling you got to have this. I try not to do that, but there's a lot of there's a lot of information being thrown our ways, and a lot of chances to buy and shop. And I want to go through 10 ways, 10 things to be aware of, 10 things to think about as you shop. And in particular, I'm talking about clothing and your wardrobe. Everything else you're on your own with, okay? Before I start, I want to first see if anyone is here. If you're here, let me know. I have a question. Raise your hand if you are an impulse shopper. Raise your hand if you're a recreational shopper. Raise your hand if you have things in your closet with the tags still on them. That I don't have. Raise your hand if you have things in your closet that you never wear. Try not to. Those are probably the most common issues I find with my clients. I primarily work with grown up women, women over 40, over 50, and well beyond. And the number one thing I find, especially back in the day when I was going into women's closets in person, is the classic cliche, a closet full of nothing to wear. So common and so defeating and so just not good, right? It's not the goal to have a jam-packed closet and then be like, ugh, I don't like, I don't, what am I going to wear? Like, there's visual clutter. It's wasteful. You're throwing, a lot of times throwing good money after bad, trying to fix the problem the wrong way. So let's talk today about 10 ways you can really remedy this problem, okay? Number one, you might not like this, but you got to do it. You got to know what you have, which usually means doing some sort of closet edit, closet cleanse, closet clean out. You got to do it. You got to do it at least once a year. Some people do it every season. You got to know what you have, because if you don't know what you have, you're going to go out and buy stuff, and you'll have duplicates, or it just doesn't make any sense. So you got to get through your closet on a regular basis and know what you have. I also think you do need to do that big closet clean out. And I have a program, my Closet Edit Boot Camp, with the goal in mind that you do it this one time, and then I teach a habit, a daily habit that helps you maintain it. So you're not doing that annual purge or annual clean out. It maintains itself kind of on autopilot by implementing these strategies and habits that I talk about in my Closet Edit Bootcamp. But you don't need to do that. You could do it on your own if you want. Some people are really good at that. Some of you I know are born organizers and so good at that. But it's no fun. You don't want to do it. But it's your first step. You got to know what you have. So that's number one. Number two, another one I talk about all the time. You have to have your wardrobe basics in place. It is it's non-negotiable with me. If you don't have those wardrobe basics, there are lists. I have a list of recommended wardrobe basics, but you have to have your list. You have to know what your wardrobe basics are for your life and your taste. And you need to have those first, because what a lot of us do, especially if you're an impulse shopper, is you gravitate towards the fun things, the statement pieces, the great tops. Everyone's buying tops because they see it on a video. You say, "Oh, I want that blue top Beth has on." Click and buy it. But then you don't have any pants to wear with it, or you don't have anywhere to wear it. It's just you're just buying it because you see it. But if you don't have your basics in place, all the blue tops in the world aren't going to do you any good because you don't have anything to wear with them. You don't have a jacket to put on over it. You don't have pants to wear. You don't have shoes to wear. You got to have the basics first. Start with that. Um, and again, just to reiterate, it's got to be your basics. I can tell you what my recommended basics are, and I do that in my style system planner, but you've got to tweak it and say, I don't wear white tops, for example. So every list you see will tell you you need to have a white top. Well, maybe you don't wear white tops. Or a lot of them have, a white button down. Maybe you hate button down shirts. Maybe you have a large chest and button downs just are you don't feel good in them. They gap. Um, you got to find the basics that work for you. Number one. Number three. I mean, that's not actually number two on my list, but that's I would say next to cleaning out your closet, those are the two biggest ones. Number three, obviously, you don't impulse buy. Um, you know, we tend to do that, especially online. It's very easy to just grab things, and I do it at the grocery store even. I go to the grocery store and I buy artichoke dip or something, and then I come home and everyone's like, well, what's for dinner? And I didn't buy chicken, I didn't buy eggs, I didn't buy milk. You don't want to make those mistakes with your wardrobe. All right, but don't impulse buy. And how are you not going to impulse buy? You're going to have a list and a plan. One of my favorite taglines that I coined, I'm going to take credit for it, is you need a list and a plan and no willy-nilly shopping. Just play that on repeat in your mind. I need a list, a plan, and no willy-nilly shopping. That will cover almost all 10 of these tricks. If you just remember that one, that covers almost all of these. But you need a list, and I recommend shopping from the list one item at a time, and really focusing on the list and checking things off. And start with the basics and check them off and shop for them one at a time. Um, Number five, what I call no one-hit wonders. You don't want to buy things that you need something else to wear with it that you don't have. You when you buy something, and at the end I'm gonna talk about some questions to ask. You want to make sure that it isn't just going to sit in your closet because you have nothing to wear with it. Okay, no one-hit wonders, or that you could only wear it one way and it's done. That's not versatile. That's not a good use of your money. So no one-hit wonders. Number five. That was number five. Number six. Sorry about this one. You got to unsubscribe. You got to unsubscribe from all those emails, from all those retailers, who, God bless them. I mean, this is business, but they send these emails that say, you got to have this. You got to, it's selling out, or it's on sale until tomorrow. And then it's so tempting to get caught up, and make impulse purchases. But if you don't get those emails, you'll be a little less likely. Now, I'm not saying don't ever go to those places. You still are going to have your favorite retailers, but you're going to go to them when you know what you need. And you're going to go and you're going to check out what their sales are. But getting those daily emails, I mean, some retailers, Gap, for example, I mean, I think they must send 5 emails a day. They're just trying to wear you down. So don't let them. You might be able to subscribe to like a digest form if you really want to, but I would say unsubscribe. And also, again, this is tough, but unsubscribe from your favorite influencers as far as if there's a daily email that comes out, especially if it's pushing a lot of product. That's just, you're just tempting yourself. Instead, go to those favorite influencers. When you have on your list, I need a gray cashmere or cashmere sweater, or a gray V-neck sweater. Let's say let's say that's one of the things you think you need to buy, or you need to buy. Then go to your favorite influencer and find out what does she have? What does she say to buy? That's a great use of influencers. But unsubscribe from the emails because they're just too tempting. Number 7, along the same lines, avoid social media shopping. I'm not going to tell you to avoid online shopping because that is life. That's pretty much all I do. It's all I've done for years. I'm not a big mall goer shopper unless I'm with a client. I do all my shopping online. But social media shopping is different. That's where you're, in bed at 11 o'clock at night, bored, and you're scrolling through Instagram or Facebook and you see some top or some, it's usually a top, let's face it, it's not usually pants, a top, a sweater, and you're clicking on it and you're buying it and it's coming to you from some, again, someone who's a business, and that's great, but you don't always know where it's coming from. Usually, a lot of times they have a no return policy, or you only get store credit with some of these, especially the Instagram advertisers. And you wake up in the morning and you might not even remember you did it. And then this thing shows up in the mail and you're like, what? Why did I buy this? So just make a promise to yourself that you're not going to do it. No social media shopping. I'm going to take a breath and see if I see Nancy's here. Hi. Thanks for joining. Oh gosh, there's other people here. Sorry, I can't. Anyway, so no social media shopping. That was number 8. That was number 7. Sorry. Number 8 is know your size. I know it sounds so basic, but it's important, especially now that we are shopping online primarily, or a lot of us are. You got to know your size. And by that, I mean, you really have to break out I've got a tape measure, and you need to have your basic measurements so that when you go on to the website, you can look and see, go to their size chart and find out what a small means, what a large means, what a size 8 means in measurements. Now, this is especially if it's a brand that's new to you. What I do and what I recommend is to try to have some brand loyalty. Like, find those brands that you have bought from in the past that you've had success with, and just, use those brands. I mean, you're going to shop elsewhere, but your sizing and what fits you, what the style, the style of the clothes for the most part, and focus on those brands and those sites. But you got to know your size. You really do. Your size at this very moment when you're placing the order, not the size you think you're going to be a week from now when it shows up, or that you wish you were. The size you are right now, okay? So know your size. And on that note of knowing your size and looking at size charts, check the reviews. Go through reviews. Look for people. A lot of these retailers have great review, like search engines. Look for people with similar sizes to you. They'll say, what size they are. Are they curvy? Are they straight? Try to find, don't spend days or hours, but if you're really looking for something, do your research if you're shopping online and find out what people are saying about the item. Don't take one person's word for it. There's always someone who's going to say, this item sucks, or this item's the best. Read a couple. If they're all saying that it's awful material and it doesn't fit right, then you have a good clue. But, there's always going to be those people who just write lousy reviews because they're in a bad mood. So you got to take it with a grain of salt, but it's a great way of finding fit and sizing clues before you just buy it and then have to return it, and your carbon footprint is exploding, and you're, on first name basis with the UPS man. That's not the goal. Trust me. Okay. So know your size. Number 9, know your signature style. If you've been following me or you've done any of my programs, I talk about your 3 style words. This is a common tool. If you go on Pinterest, you can find lists of example style words. And I recommend that you have 3 style words, not 1. Not just saying, oh, I'm classic. If you say your style is classic, that means a lot of things. That could mean, you haven't bought new clothes in 10 years, but so by having 3 words, it adds more dimension, more nuance to what your personal style really is. And keep those words at the top of your mind whenever you shop. And when you're looking at something, for example, my style words they change occasionally, but in a nutshell, they are modern, polished, and fun. So if I'm looking at something and I'm considering buying it, I'm asking myself, is this sweater modern, polished, and fun? If it's at least 2 out of the 3, then at least I know it's within my style words, or in my realm of what I like. But really, you need to become very comfortable, and you need to really know your personal style, or work to develop your personal style that is what's the word? I don't know. That's you. That reflects who you really are, not who you're copying, or not, but who you really are. And then keep that style, keep those three style words at front and center when you shop. Now, that doesn't mean you can't ever deviate. That, like, for example, like I said, most of my clients are 40, 50, 60s and beyond, and they're pretty set. They pretty much know a lot of them know what their style is, or they don't care about what's on trend or what's fashionable. They just want to get dressed and look great. They don't want to chase every trend. Um, so don't. If that's who you are, don't be caught up in chasing every trend, which is what often happens when you're at 11 o'clock scrolling through Instagram. Okay, be true to who you are. Be true to your style. That being said, number 10, this segues into number 10. Doesn't mean you can't try new things. Doesn't mean you can't deviate from your style a little bit if it makes sense. Okay. Number 10 is be able to answer my three questions: where, why, and how. Before you buy anything, ask yourself, where am I going to wear this? Think about your lifestyle. Be realistic about your lifestyle. You know, are you going to the Greek islands next week, or are you going to be home? That doesn't mean you can't buy things, but where are you going to wear it? And is it, a realistic reflection of your lifestyle and your plans and your future? Where are you going to wear it? Why do you want to? Why do you want to buy it? Go back to, why am I buying this? Am I buying this because someone told me I had to have it? Am I buying it because I really love it, or it's a hole in my wardrobe that's missing? Or am I buying it because I'm bored and I'm on my computer and it's inexpensive, it's on sale, it's cheap, it's a great deal? Why are you buying it? Really ask yourself those questions. And number 3 is, how are you going to wear it? I recommend you have 3 ways to wear just about anything you purchase. 3 different ways to wear it, and go through them in your head. If you're at home, go to your closet and say, okay, I would wear that top with these pants, this skirt, and and these jeans and these shoes, and I could wear it with these shoes, and I could dress it up, I could dress it down. At least 3 ways. Okay? So those are your 3 questions. But again, the nuts and bolts of it is a list, a plan, and no willy-nilly shopping. If you remember that, you can quote me on it. You will save a fortune. And I'm actually, every February, I think it's been for at least a couple years, I'm running my February shopping detox, shopping freeze, starting in February, where I personally, and anyone who wants to join me, we commit to the month of February without shopping for clothes and accessories. That's tough, but that's the goal. Okay. So you can stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, keep those tips in mind. A quick plug for my Style System Planner, which basically does a lot of this for you. It does the list and the plan and the outfits for you. So you can just refer to the Style System Planner and get dressed every day and know you look chic, you look pulled together, but you're also comfortable, and you feel great and you look great. And you walk downstairs and your college kid who's still home says, "Wow, Mom, where are you going? Why do you look so nice? You look amazing." I mean, who doesn't want to hear that? Freddie, my dog, wants to go out. No. Anyway, that's what I have for you today, unless anyone has any questions. But I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't already, it is, I don't know, 12:30 maybe? You need to go just get dressed. And you need to drink your water, and you need to move for 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay? Have a great day, ladies. Bye.